So I will start by reading my cover letter. My name is Hannah Akers. The company I will be representing is Ulta Beauty. Recently, there was an ex-employee that came forward with accusations that Ulta Beauty was encouraging their employees to resell used makeup that had been returned. So these allegations came up on January 10th, 2018. The company used the denial strategies of simple denial and shifting the blame. This strategy was not effective because there was no acknowledging that even though Ulta had policies to prevent things like this happening, there were a lot of employees coming forward that saying that this was actually a pretty regular thing that happened in a lot of the stores. So actually currently Ulta is in the process of being sued by shareholders for not being honest about their policies. So my hypothetical crisis briefing would have occurred on January 20th, 2018, which would have been about 10 days after the original accusation was tweeted. The strategies I will be using are mortification and corrective action, both restoration and prevention for the corrective action strategy. I think the most important strategy in this briefing would be mortification. Even though Ulta had the policies in place to prevent things like that happening, they are ultimately responsible for them for encouraging employees to resell used makeup products so that they wouldn't have, or so that they would avoid having a high percentage of merchandise loss in their stores. So I will now begin my crisis briefing. I would like to first let it be known that we at Ulta Beauty are still investigating the claims that employees in our stores have been repackaging and reselling makeup that had been previously bought, possibly used, and then returned. Ulta Beauty holds its employees up to a high standard of work ethics, and our policies can confirm that. Despite these policies we hold in place, there have been unhealthy practices being pointed out. We are working hard to correct these mistakes and improve in any areas necessary. Let me open by stating some of the policies we have in place in our stores around the country. As stated in our Code of Business Conduct, we hold our employees to a high standard of ethical actions in the workplace. We have a strict policy on returned merchandise that goes hand in hand with our ethical expectations from our employees. Our return merchandise policy states that merchandise that has been returned must be inspected thoroughly to verify that it has not been used, and any used or damaged merchandise is required to be marked and disposed of to ensure customers are only getting the highest quality products available. I have been made aware that despite these policies we have been putting in place, there is an expectation to keep the merchandise loss at a minimum. This has led to a really unfortunate situation, and I am sincerely sorry to all the customers and employees that this has affected. Marquesa Battle at therevelist.com stated that on January 10th, 2018, a former employee of Ulta went to Twitter to express her concerns. Going by her Twitter username at FatinaMXO, she stated that while working for Ulta, her managers encouraged her to repackage and resell used and returned makeup products. Many other Twitter users became involved in the conversation and expressed similar stories from their employment with us at Ulta Beauty, leading us to believe that this was not an isolated incident. I want to explain what we are doing at Ulta Beauty to correct these mistakes. I want to start by once again apologizing on behalf of everyone at Ulta Beauty. I'm so sorry that we have let down our customers and our employees. Our customers are the most important asset to us, and we strive to satisfy all those who entrust us to give them the highest quality products available. I also want to apologize to the employees at Ulta Beauty for being in a position where they felt obligated to perform unethical tasks. This is why we are doing everything here at Ulta Beauty to correct these mistakes so that they will never happen again. A former manager for Ulta Beauty at an Ohio location who remained anonymous while giving Daniel Bone at Insider.com a statement said, quote, "The company always had a percentage they wanted you to stay below weekly in what we damaged. We would literally get lectured by our boss on our conference calls if our stores were over. End quote. This is not a practice that we will continue using. Putting employees under pressure to be under a certain percentage of damaged merchandise for the week will be completely eliminated for the management's goals. This leads to the possibility of practices being used that we do not condone or should allow. Selling the best quality product will, once again, be at the forefront of our employees' set daily, weekly, and monthly goals. We will update our returned merchandise policy by stating that if there is any question whatsoever of possible damage or use, the product must be disposed of and not placed back out on the shelf for customer to purchase. Having explained how we are going to change policies and practices for the better, let me conclude. Today, I have sincerely apologized on behalf of Ulta Beauty and everyone involved, and I have explained what we are going to do to change practices and avoid any potential mishap like this again. This situation has been so unfortunate for our employees and especially our customers, and we vow to encourage only ethical behavior in every aspect continuing on. Thank you.